guys, it's Starkey Lisa, and today I am going to go into the psychology of a double life. Specifically, I will be covering the different types of double lives, as well as comparing and contrasting them. Hopefully YouTube or iMovie does not screw up the audio on this one. Anyhow, if you like this analysis type content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe leave a comment. It would really help the algorithm find my channel. Now, let's get into it. Firstly, what is the definition of a double life even? A double life is a type of lifestyle in which someone lives two wildly different lives. It is not to be confused with dissociation, though those aren't mutually exclusive. Oh yeah, that's it for this section. On to the actual meat of this video. The first type of double life I'll be going over is cheating. Cheating in a romantic or sexual relationship is when one pursues another person romantically or sexually without the consent of the official person you're in a relationship with. Unless said person is abusive in some way, cheating in this context is called a major jerk move. It is a frequent deal breaker for intimate relationships. Common signs of this in real-life relationships include an unusual amount of vague travels, sudden coldness, and I mean the emotional kind, and being paranoid about a partner's whereabouts. Weirdly enough, oftentimes cheaters will accuse the partner of cheating even when that's far from the truth. This is typically psychological projection. This is typically a double life because the affair with the second partner is typically something that takes a life of its own. Even the worst cases where the affair partner does know what's really going on, it's still a pretty drastic turnaround that happens. You might be wondering now, well, why do people cheat? Firstly, it could be because they're bored of their main relationship. They don't want to communicate this to their partner properly and just dump them or something, or try to work things out and stay in a relationship. So they decide to be a dishonest hack and just cheat. Second of all, there could be legit cases of abused partners getting sick of it but being too afraid to dump their partner, which is understandable, so then they cheat. The first one is typically what comes to mind when people picture a cheater. Alright, now that I've gone over that, what else? A step below cheating on a moral scale when it comes to double lives is criminality. The thing with criminals is they don't always just hide in the back alleys of a street or something. Oftentimes, when off the quote-unquote job, they are ordinary civilians just like you and me. They walk around, wear regular clothes, maybe even hold down jobs. One thing you might not see them do is try to stand out. Will they socialize? Sure, but that doesn't mean they're going to be the life of a party. Because the problem is, if they were, they'd get noticed too much, and that means people pay attention to them, and those people could include the police who could catch them, you know. This also means they likely won't have a public social media with their face on it that posts often. Now, obviously, not every introvert who dislikes social media is a criminal in disguise. If you honestly think that, maybe you need to get your head checked. But these are traits that criminals in disguise will very, very, very often possess. So in essence, it's like how most birds have wings, but not all winged creatures are birds. 'Cause bats exist, you know. Okay, so now that I've got that down, moving on. On the topic of social media, there is a super influencer type of double life. You know those faceless YouTubers? Like Dream or Corpse Husband, or a lot of commentary YouTubers, or let's be real, a lot of YouTubers in general. That's what I'm referring to when I'm talking about this kind of double life. Depending on how much privacy one receives in their home, as well as how much fame one receives online, this can actually be one of the easier double lives to maintain. Just choose strong passwords, don't give out your identity to anyone online, and don't accidentally dox yourself by clicking a suspicious link that secretly grabs your IP as well as some other stuff. Heck, perhaps you can use a VPN. Also, don't post pictures of your face online, or your address, or the neighborhood you live in, or frequent posts about the weather. I think a lot of people forget that specific weather patterns can match up with specific locations. Also, when it comes to names, if your name is not super common, don't go around posting your name. And definitely don't go posting around your full name, including middle names either way. Oof, so now what's the final type of double life I'll be covering? That would have to be the real life alternate interest type of double life. This is when one pursues one type of lifestyle in their main life, but secretly pursues another type of lifestyle that may not match up with the first one. As a result, there are two subcategories of this. The first one is the life is not threatened one. In this case, the alternate interests pursued are kind of just pursued for fun and may not necessarily put you in danger if you get caught. The second type, by contrast, is the risky one. Here, if you get caught, the consequences could be dangerous at best and downright deadly in the most severe scenarios. This is the kind of double life that children of abusive parents will often lead, because, well, they're children that just want to lead normal lives like the rest of us, but their parents won't let them. Of course, once they're out of there, they generally don't have to lead this type of double life anymore. The first type, by contrast, tends to just be led by people who like the risk of it. Alright, what are my final thoughts now? To conclude, the term double life is pretty broad. It can describe many different phenomena, sometimes with the only common thread being the keeping of lots and lots of secrets. Depending on the context, they also fall very differently on the moral scale as well. Anyhow, that's it for today. I'm thinking of making my next video either a song, maybe even an original song that hopefully will be better than the joke one I made last year, or I might just make another analysis video and make it on Medium. Regardless, there's more on the way. Take care everyone, and Snarky Days out.